Hi guys, it's Minik from earlylearningmom.com. I am so sorry. It has taken me months to get a new video out. Last year was an amazing year. It was our first year homeschooling little Z, and he did great. We were also running the programs from the institutes. And I felt that my blog and my YouTube channel needed to take a little bit of a back seat for a little while until I got into the groove of things here. And now, last month, my blog went down. I had credit card fraud. Somebody stole my credit card, did a bunch of apparently grocery shopping with it in the UK. Anyhow, luckily it's all insured, but I had to change credit cards and I forgot to change the credit card for my GoDaddy account, and my entire blog went down, and that was like 8 years of our journey. And I was just crushed, and so we were able to do a recovery. We were able to get it back up and running. It took a little while, but now that it's back, I just feel like that was like a wake-up call. So today, we went to, Wesley and I, anyhow, went to a hospital on the other side of town, and they were having their annual book sale. So I want to share with you what we picked up at that book sale. And I also wanted to share with you yesterday, before I went to Weight Watchers, I stopped at the thrift store and found a few other books. So I just want to come here and share that because we are going through books like crazy, like absolute craziness. I've never read this many chapter books with any of my other kids, but it's almost like we finish half a book, like half a chapter book, and start another half. And now we're talking thinner chapter books like the Bailey School Kids, or the Magic Tree House. That's a popular series for us. We also have been reading Dragon Masters, The Puppy Place. There's tons of them. So if you want to see what we read last year, you can go check out my blog. I just posted last night the list of the 72 kids chapter books that little Z and I read through during between September 2017 and August 2018. We're year-round homeschoolers, so we have a lot of time, and we just spend, like, depending on how tired Z is, between half an hour to an hour at night reading. Plus we're doing literature-based curriculum. So yeah, go check it out. I'll put the link in the description below, and you can check it out there. And now for the thrift store haul and the book sale haul. And next week hopefully I'll have another hospital book sale. The Children's Hospital is hosting I think they do it biannually. My stepdaughter and I are going to be going to the first day of it. They hold it at the mall, and the mall, like a fairly large mall, and it's just covered like books and tables of books. And they have at least last time I went, they had a good wing section to kids books. So I'm hoping to grab some more chapter books. So without further ado, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to start with the smaller haul. This was from the Goodwill from yesterday. So this was Greetings from Somewhere, the Mystery at the Coral Reef. Now, I've never read this series, but it looks very interesting, so I'm hoping that I can find some more. I didn't want to leave it behind. It is book 8, so I probably won't read it to him just yet until we've at least read the first book. So either I will keep my eye out. If I don't find any more, then we'll look at getting him a few of the first books, 1, 2, 3, just to kind of introduce ourselves to the characters. We also got Nancy Drew and the Clue Crew, number 2. And of course, here's another one. It's book 2, so we won't read it till we find book 1. We are reading this series, The Adventures of the Bailey School Kids, and I am trying to collect them all. We've read the first 6, then we skipped book 7 because we don't have it. I don't want to pay full price for these ones because I know they're readily available at thrift like the thrift stores, the garage sales. I just need to keep my eyes out. And so we're just kind of trucking through, but this is book 43. I also grabbed 2 of these. I've seen them a few times and they are a little on the thicker side, so I will probably put these away for maybe next year. But I decided, seeing there seems to be several in the series, I'm going to grab them. We're going to start collecting Dolphin Diaries, and this is Into the Blue, and I believe it's book 1. And then we also grabbed Dolphin Diaries, Racing the Wind, and this is book 6. Little Z and I this year we're reading the first book from the Boxcart Children, and we're really enjoying it. I think we have 3 chapters left, and I've started collecting the rest of the series for us to read more leisurely. And that is it from the thrift store haul. Okay, and now on to the books that I got from the Grace Hospital book sale. I grabbed these 2 books. They were 50 cents for the set. This is a series that when I was in French immersion, these books were all available in French. They're, I believe, mostly written in French, and they are, let's see if I can get my camera to, first novels. So they are a little on the easier side. And I was just excited to find them in English because my French is a little too rusty to read them. So these will be great. And like I said earlier, we collect the adventures of the Bailey School kids. So we got Mrs. Jeepers' Secret Cave. And this is a super special number 3. We also got Wolf Men Don't Hula Dance, which is book 36. We are collecting the Cam Jansen books. We haven't read any yet, but I want to make sure that I have the first couple, and then we will probably introduce this series. So it's Cam Jansen and the Mystery of the Monster Movie, Cam Jansen, and the Mystery of the Dinosaur Bones. And stay tuned till the end. I will explain why I'm big on getting series, especially for little Z. We also are collecting the Wishbone books. We read the early years series during our last school year, and now I'm collecting the bigger books. They're a bit thicker, and like I said, these will likely wait a year, but just because they're not typically in print anymore, I like to grab them when I can. So this is Wishbone's Classic, and it is The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. We also grabbed some of the Bobbsley Twins. We got book 8, Mystery of the Laughing Dinosaur, and then we got the new Bobbsley Twins, number 17, The Case at Creepy Castle, and then the Bobbsley Twins, The Secret at the Seashore. Last year we read The Little House in the Big Woods. This year we're replacing it in the curriculum with Little House on the Prairie, so I wanted to grab some of the other ones while I saw them available. I think I only paid, $1 a book. So this is Little Town on the Prairie, These Happy Golden Years, By the Shores of Silver Lake, and The First 4 Years. Moving on, we grabbed Encyclopedia Brown Finds the Clues. I've collected a few of these. I don't have very many, but when I see them, I try to grab them. We also grabbed this book. It's Barkley School for Dogs, Ghost Dog, and it's number 4 in the series, but for 25 cents, I grabbed it. And like I said, I'm going to look out for the rest. I think I have seen them, but I didn't grab them. So now I got the first one. I'm going to keep my eyes out. We got Everything on a Waffle. And this is probably one we're going to put aside, or one of my older children will read. I also have a fairly large collection, well, large, probably about 18, 19 of the Dear Canada books, and we are collecting those, and I plan on reading them to little Z periodically, just to throw in some Canadian history, as most curriculums are geared towards Americans. So these are some great, fiction history books. So we got Dear Canada, Pieces of the Past, and I saw these. I had never heard of these. They're called Triplet Trouble. It's a Triplet Trouble series. They're by the Bailey School Kids author. So I decided, I think they were 25 cents a piece. I grabbed them and I thought, you know what? We like the Adventures of the Bailey School Kids, so let's check these out. So we have Triplet Trouble and the Cookie Contest. We also have Triplet Trouble and the Bicycle Race, Triplet Trouble and the Pizza Party. Next, I grabbed this. I saw it, how much? I want to say this one's $1. Yeah, it was $1, but it is a First Chapters book, Cars Fueled for Adventure. I also started collecting the Animal Arc books, and apparently there's several series, so I have a little hodgepodge of everything. We have Tabby in the Tub, and this is book, I can't zoom into that, 29. We also have Wolf at the Window, which is book 7. We grabbed Happy Feet Mumble's Journey because Z loves penguins, and he's crazy about the Madagascar penguin, so I was hoping maybe I could get him to be in. I'm sure he'll be interested in this book about Happy Feet. I also found this, and I'm not sure, the books look fairly to be on the shorter side, but I think I'm going to hang on to it. But for $3, I couldn't leave it. It is Sarah Plain and Tall, Skylark, and Caleb's Story. So it's the box set for $3. And now I also grabbed, this looked like it was a series, The Kids of the 13th Polk Street School. So I grabbed it. I think it was only, it was like 25 cents. Yeah, 25 cents. So I decided I'd grab it in case I found more. It's Beasts and the Halloween Horror. We also got book 2 of Mythomania Phone Home. Persephone. And like I said, it's book 2 of the series. So I thought, you know, it is a thicker book, and we're not going to read it right away. So it gives me time to find the others. We got this kind of a beginner's chapter book on history. It's called Pioneer Cat. We're collecting the Berenstain Bears chapter book series. We love the Berenstain Bears books, but now we're reading chapter books. So we got Accept No Substitutes. I grabbed this book. It just kind of piqued my interest. I think it was $1. It's the Time Warp Trio, Me, Omaya. So we're going to give that a try. Wes picked out The Untold Legend of Batman, which he's big into comic books and graphic novels, so we grabbed that. He picked out Weird But True. You know what? Anything to get that kid to read. He is not as big of a bookworm as my other two are. So if he will read it, I will buy it. Especially, I think these were $1 a piece. And I bought this to put in our pile of Canadian books. Like I said, I'm always looking for ways to sneak in some Canadian stories. This one is Christmas in Ontario, Heartwarming Legends, Tales, and Traditions. And another Canadian book is Haunted Canada 3, More True Ghost Stories. I believe we have a few of these, but just not this one. And Z is not scared of things like most kids can be. He goes to the Halloween store, and the biggest, scariest thing gets him in a giggle fit. So we grabbed that. We also have Psycho Diary Farms, which is another one Wesley picked out, and it's kind of just like comics. We have Say Hello to Cactus Flats, and this is a Foxtrot book, or comics. Wix, like I said, these were all $1, so. And I also grabbed this. It is a Science Anytime. I grabbed it more for the little write-ups and the vocabulary words, just to work with little Z, just to give us some materials for making homemade books. So that is what I got from the book sale. So as you can see, I got quite a few books. I can't remember what I paid at the Goodwill store. It wasn't much, but the big hospital book sale lot, I spent a total of $31.75, and I paid $2.50 to park, because at the hospitals you got to pay to park. So I definitely found it worth it. Like, this book alone sold new is marked for $16.99, and it is in amazing condition. And some, like I said, some of the other books, they're not in print anymore, so I would have to buy them from Amazon if I wanted to buy them specifically, and pay for shipping. And so the book will be at least $5. So to get it for 25 cents or $1 is just a steal of a deal for me. So I mentioned earlier why I'm so focused on collecting series for little Z. And the thing is, with autism and wanting to keep his focus, I'm trying to get him to understand, not understand characters, that's not the word I'm looking for. I'm trying to get him attached to characters in specific stories. Excuse Gizmo in the back there, our Devon Rex. So I am trying to get him used to specific characters in different situations. So he is very attached to the Magic Treehouse, Annie and Jack. He's gotten attached to Charles and Lizzie in the puppy place. And so by using series and continuing to bring these characters into his life, he is starting to there's more comprehension behind it because you already know who those characters are. So the first time you read it, it may be kind of like, okay, yeah, cool. Then the second time they become more familiar and more familiar and more familiar. And then you're worried less about the characters because you already know them, and you're moving on into understanding the story. So that's why, like I said, we try to stick to series. Like I said, some of our favorite ones right now: Dragon Masters, The Puppy Place, The Magic Treehouse, The Bailey School Kids. Those are kind of where we're hitting at. Tonight we started the Cul-de-sac Kids series. Those characters are all new to him, but he seemed really interested, so I want to keep moving through. I believe we have the first 8 of them, so I'm keeping my eyes out for those. So be sure to check out my list, like I mentioned earlier. Like I said, the link is in the description, and it has the 72 books that we read this year. And I didn't like all of them, and I'm completely honest. I want you guys to understand which ones that we liked, which ones he liked, which ones I liked, which ones maybe didn't work for us, but who they might work for. So be sure to check it out. And I really hope I can get back on here and make some more videos. I have to share what we did for kindergarten, our wrap up. I have to share what we're doing for grade 1. We've been into grade 1 for about 2.5 weeks now, and it is going amazing. I'm so happy. So thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, check out the blog post, and until next time, we'll see you later.